Very good afternoon to all. Learning gives creativity. Creativity leads to thinking. Thinking leads to knowledge. Knowledge makes you great. With a beautiful quote of Dr. APJ Abdul Kalam. I, Dr. G.A. Pithanachia, Faculty of Department of Computer Science, the Tamil Nadu Dr. Ambedkar Law University, welcome you all to the second day of 1 week faculty development program on changing contours of information technology in legal perspectives and teaching techniques. With great pleasure and honor to welcome today's chief guest, Dr. S. Elumalai sir, Associate Professor and Head of the Department of Human Rights and Duties Education, School of Excellence Law, the Tamil Nadu Dr. Ambedkar Law University, Chennai. We honor this afternoon by the presence of Dr. Elumalai sir as chief guest, and sir has kindly accepted our invitation and to share his enlightening speech on evolution of legal jurisprudences in India. Sir has completed ML in International Law and Constitutional Law, postgraduate diploma in Intellectual Property Law, and PhD in Law with specialization in IPR and Traditional Knowledge. Sir has authored more than 10 books on taxation and IPR, intellectual property rights and traditional knowledge, juvenile justice, data protection, and artificial intelligence. Sir has published more than 25 articles in various international and national journals. Sir has presented more than 50 papers in national and international seminars on various aspects of IPR and WTO, traditional knowledge, biodiversity, and other relevant topics. Sir is a recipient of several national, state, and corporate awards. Recipient of a National Award for Meritorious Service with Disability from the President of India in the year 2020. Best Law Teacher by Government of Tamil Nadu in the year 2012. Recipient of National Award from National Biodiversity Authority, Ministry of Environment and Forest, Government of India in recognition of their contribution related to the legal issues in biodiversity. Rotary Legendary Award in the year 2022, recipient of Best Researcher in Law from Madras University in the academic year 2005. In addition to this, few corporate and NGOs have conferred with Lifetime Achievements Awards for Sir. Several awards for outstanding contributions as a person with a disability, including the National Award for the Best Student with Disability in Law from the Ministry of Social Justice and Empowerment, Government of India. In his professional journey, Sir has played prominent role in various professional bodies, which include EC membership, Access and Benefit Sharing, Quality Council of India, Access and Benefit Sharing, National Biodiversity Authority, ABS, Tamil Nadu State Biodiversity, Ministry of Environment, Forest and Climate Change, Government of India. Sir has participated in national consultations related to access and benefit sharing under the Biodiversity Act and prepared India's stand in the negotiations relating to the creation of international regime on ABS under Nagoya Protocol. Acted as a special invitee in Tamil Nadu's State Election Policy Commission, Government of Tamil Nadu. Member of UG and PG Board of Studies, Madurai Kamaraj University. Participated as a panelist in All India Science Congress for preparing India's stand on COP 11 to CBD. Served as a panelist in the process of selection of consultants by the National Biodiversity Authority of India, Chennai. Served as expert in preparing sustainable mining laws for the State Policy Council, Government of Tamil Nadu. Served as judge in national rounds of international moot courts. Acted as a chairperson in several sessions in international conferences and served as a resource person for several conferences relating to IP and other legal issues. Sir's insights and wisdom and guidance will enrich our discussion and inspire us to reach new heights in our professional endeavors. With short introduction, I am extending a warm welcome to our esteemed chief guest, Dr. S. Elumalai sir. We are truly privileged to have Sir with us today, and I am certain that Sir participation will make this faculty development program an unforgettable experience for all of us. Over to you, sir.
I hope it is audible to all of you. அவையிலே வீட்டிற்கும் அனைவருக்கும் அடியனுடைய முதற்கண் வணக்கங்கள். There is a quote in Tamil, சுவாசிப்பதும் விசுவாசிப்பதும் உன்னையே தமிழ் அன்னையே அப்படின்னு சொல்லிட்டு கல் தோன்றி முன் தோன்றா காலத்திலே மூத்த குடி தமிழ் குடி சொல்லி சொல்லுவாங்க. சேம் டைம் தமிழை வந்து கன்னி தமிழ்னு சொல்றது உண்டு. டுடே வி கால் தமிழ் அஸ் அ கணினி தமிழ். இன்னும் ஒரு ஸ்டெப் மேல போய் ஏஐ தமிழ் சொல்ற காலம் இப்போ வந்திருக்கு. There is a jurist who compares AI with something like electricity. The electricity, you all know, it has made a far-reaching impact almost in all fields, in all sectors of economy, industries, manufacturing, every field, everywhere. So without electricity, we can't imagine anything today. We can't even think of today. To such a level, AI has made its presence phenomenally in almost in all fields, right from agriculture to atomic, space, UAV, education, health, research. It is called high tech. There is something called cutting edge technology, something like that. So this is going to be the future technology. On the other hand, one more jurist compares the AI something like that. AI is something like data, something like what is food to the human being. So AI and data should go together. Unfortunately, in India, we miss the bus in many aspects. However, the journey of evolution of ABI jurisprudence starts very, very recently. That too, with the presentation of the Union Budget 2018 by the then Finance Minister Sri Arun Jaitley. I have very great respect to him. He is the one who made a initiative mandating the Niti Aayog to prepare certain strategies that India should become a leader in AI within a short span of time. So that is how these AI policy preparation started. The AI journey, something like that in India, it was started way back in 2018 Union Ministry budget actually. Now, one may ask whether we don't have anything prior to that. The answer is it's not like that way. We had it, but it's not official actually. Now, we should go back to the coining of the term AI. AI has been termed as John McCarthy, I believe, an US computer scientist. He says AI is a machine with intelligence. Machine with intelligence. That is how he defined it way back in 1950s. Today, this definition, this is not a mere scientific definition. Lot of legal people have started applying, making their own definitions. Say in India, we have something called National Niti Aayog. They have prepared 2-3 documents. They have a definition, something like that. It simply compares the AI with the human being. Like we have 5 senses to the matter to be perceived through eyes, ears, nose, something like that. The same way, AI is also functioning with the help of there is something called computer vision, natural language processing, audio video processing. All these things combined together, AI is able to make something like that. There is something called machine learning, deep learning, the brain-like structure, like our biological brain, human brain. There is something called neuron networks, complex networks made, and within this, the AI makes something thinking, prediction, decision making. Everything takes place over there. Law tries to define it till this date, and we don't have any authoritative, concrete definitions for the time being till now. Everybody makes the definition in different way. Please understand, law itself till this date has not been defined properly. So it's very difficult. But lack of definition should never make any branch for its the progress to be obstructed. Say example, microorganism. You all know, till this date, there is no legally or scientifically agreed definition what constitutes microorganism. But we all use the term microorganism and even we give patents for microorganisms. And the best example is Article 27(3)(b) of the TRIPS. It simply leaves the things to be opened so that evolving technologies always can keep up with the changing face of the society or changing requirements of the society. I think I have missed out certain things. I'm very sorry. I have simply jumped into the subject without my notice. Before I go delve deep into the subject, it's my bounden duty to thank certain people for giving me this opportunity. Right here, there are some people, very dignitaries sitting with me. My one colleague, Dr. Vasanta Kumar, who happens to be the director of PG and BCA courses. BCA HOD is there. I think my colleagues, Dr. Nacharji, Deepalakshmi, Anita, madam, I have one more, Seema madam, and some of our students are also sitting. I'm very humbled by way of your very charitable remarks or introduction, whatever you call it. Let me tell you, really speaking, frankly speaking, I am not qualified person to speak in this particular subject, only because of the love and affection posed by this team, including Dr. Vasant Kumar, makes me to be here in this with you all today. But let me make my best efforts to reach out to you legally. Now, as I have told you, AI and data protection must go hand in hand. We say example in Europe, way back in 1990s, they have a special directive for the data protection. Though it was amended several times in 2000, 2010, something like that. Finally, they made something called GDPR in the year 2016. Now, this is making a culmination or giving birth to the present modern AI regime, what we call it today. Apart from that, in the US, as they are also very much advanced actually, even for just tracking email communications, there is something called Office of Scientific Counsel to the White House, takes care of as an apex body for the development of AI in US is concerned. In Europe is always leading in every field, not only in data science, even to the AI. In 2023, for the first time in the world at large, they brought an AI Act successfully. First, it was draft for 2-3 years in the year 2020. It's a very long exercise, almost from 2016 to 2023. This journey has taken place, drafting this AI regulations in EU is concerned. There are two divergence approach taken in the legal landscape pertaining to AI is concerned. One approach is an umbrella or comprehensive approach taken by like EU, China, etc. Whereas we in India follow the US model, because in US there is only a sectoral regulators and cross-sectoral regulators. They make specific regulations pertaining to their own industrial requirements is concerned. India is also slowly moving towards that direction, because various sectoral regulators have started making their own regulations very silently. I will be dealing with those things. But before that, Constitution is the mother document. You all know Constitution is the fundamental law of the land and the supreme law of the land. So anything which is whatever you development taking place must be in conformity with the Constitution of India, both in letter as well as spirit. Now we should check whether AI is constitutionally valid. If so, under what articles, whether it is authorized, is it a mandatory or a directory, something like that. Now everyone knows that Article 21 is an umbrella article. So today, if I have said right to internet is a fundamental right around 10 years or 20 years ago, people would have laughed at me. But today it has become reality. You have Anuradha Bhushan case and Internet Foundation case and Media Professional Foundation case. There are getting a number of cases. The Honorable Supreme Court has rightly declared that the right to internet is a fundamental right today. And not only that, right to data right to access to data itself has been declared as a fundamental right. Please remember, we all have an act called Food Security Act way back in 2013. Today, people promise many things, but we have something called right to broadband, right to data. For the first time, the government of Kerala has successfully implemented this scheme. At least 2 GB data is provided to every household at free of cost. Please remember this. Please remember this. At free of cost, all the infrastructural facilities they have made it out, including this connecting of optical fibers and all other infrastructure. This is very, very important. To become a superpower in AI is not one day game or one day dream. Actually. It requires lot of things to be done. Say example, first we need to strengthen the telecom infrastructure. I'll come back to that little later. Telecom infrastructure plays a backbone role or pivotal role in developing a sound, viable, sustainable AI ecosystem is concerned, without which nothing is feasible today. Unfortunately, we missed the bus in 5G. Now, without going to 5G, we wanted to be 6G, 7G, something like that. But still, we struggle to get full forced 5G. But 5G has been put into place without having any proper legal regulatory mechanism. This is the problem today. Technology is always ahead of law, including AI. People classify technology into two types of technology. One is called human assisting technology. Another is called human replacing technology. 20, 30 years ago, when the globalization was started, still I remember, people went to fight with Narasimha Rao and the then finance minister, Manmohan Singh Ji. Today, unfortunately, we don't have both Narasimha Rao and Arun Jaitley, but Sri Manmohan Singh Ji is present today. He made it in an interview telling us that when the computerization of banking have taken place, all the trade union people opposed him, even scolded him. But one leader in the lunch table confessed to him, Mr. Prime Minister Ji, though we all hate you, your decisions, we don't accept. But my son likes you too much. Because today, if you go into any industry, around 20 to 25 age group people are chosen to be trained in AI is concerned. The private players, yes, they have taken a huge initiatives like Bhavani Institute of Technology, Intel. There are a good number of people, even HCL. You would have seen in the G20 when people are making their presentations. Not only in G20, there is something called the Davos World Economic Forum. AI was this theme this year. For consumer protection rights, AI was this theme this year. I don't know. It was I have made it very accidentally. 2-3 months ago, All India Radio asked me to give a speech on consumer protection rights. I have chosen, without even knowing that, this has been chosen this year as a theme for AI as a theme for the consumer protection by the UN. So I have given a speech on AI and consumer protection rights. I believe it is very, very important the years to come. Now, AI, what requires scientifically? First thing, we need very skill developed mechanism that we have a skill development initiatives, computer literacy program. We have done Digital India mission is playing a crucial role. Above all, there is one thing I would like to tell you in this faculty development program. Please go and try. There is a program called AI for all. This is, you can learn it very self on your own. This is, please don't think that this is meant for advanced people in computing or supercomputing technology, engineering background. Nothing is required. This program has been designed by the government of India. This is very much accessible, inclusive in nature, inclusive in the sense even persons with disability can pursue this program. This is what told by the Niti Aayog. I have not tried. Whatever I have read, just I am sharing with you. If there is any problem, you please don't blame me. Whatever I have learned, just I am passing. So this is the first step. Everybody should know about AI today. Why? Because AI is something like an omnipresent. Omnipresent. I'm sorry, I have forgotten. I always keep jumping from one to another. I need to tell you certain few constitutional articles. So in the near future, right to access to AI will be and shall be declared as a fundamental rights under Article 21. Apart from that, we have a duty called fundamental duties. I can trace at least 2, 3 provisions under fundamental duties. One is called scientific temper. Another is mandating that one should try to raise the level of understanding to the excellence in all the endeavors and all the walks of life. So in that case also AI will come, because AI is a cutting edge technology. So there is something called HIS technology, they call it actually. So high tech. So therefore, we need to be a leader in that. So we need to do that. So there is a duty. Certainly, this class can be widely interpreted, not only to the state, even to the citizens, that constantly they make an effort to raise endeavors so that everybody attains excellence, including in the AI sciences concern. Then apart from that, we have some other general articles like the entries under the union list, state list, something like that. Now, what are all the constitutional challenges that the AI can force it? This is another question that I think we need to evolve it just for a minute, actually. Say in US, there is a specific clause, something called Article 1, Section 8, Clause 18 can foresee or accommodate every emerging solutions. Unfortunately, in India, Article 248, read with 97 of List 1, speaks about residuary powers, and residuary powers, including taxation powers, has been exclusively conferred to the Union of India. This is where I'm afraid, because the term something called federated learning, I will come back to you a little later, what constitutes federated learning. But federation today, I believe, is totally changing because of the introduction of the AI is concerned. One cannot say that AI belongs to central government, state government, or local self-government is concerned, because it is intruding into everything, everything. Say example, education. Education is the concurrent list, health is in the state list, agriculture is in the state list, forest in the concurrent list, defense is union list. So everywhere AI is used. So can you say that only this government can do that or that government can do that? I don't believe that conferring regulating powers on AI to one particular entity will be very, very dangerous. But currently speaking, 97 will make it feasible only to government of India. But you all know, when the service tax has been introduced, that has been introduced without even having a legislative backup way back in 1994, using entry 97 read with Article 248 of the Constitution is concerned. Today, after the 101st Amendment of the Constitution, GST has come today. Now it is empowering both center and the state. If not, we are not able to make the constitutional amendment. At least there is something called cooperative federalism is concerned. There is a case law called Dillon versus Union of India. There are a good number of cases. There is something called doctrine of fifth and substance that makes the system more accessible, more flexible. I believe AI should be put in concurrent list. That will solve many things, because we need to have a common standard. We need to have a uniformity, all these things. So that is feasible only when you put it in the concurrent list. And you should give certain flexibilities, because India is such a very hugely diversified country. There is an India AI working group. Please note it down. India AI working group has been constituted around 2 years ago. They have given good list of recommendations. They have said around India should be divided into 4, 5 zones for developing AI is concerned. What is required? Say supercomputing facility, quantum computing facility, cloud computing facility, 5G, big data, all these things forming part and parcel of AI infrastructure is concerned. Besides which, we need to develop chip making industry. This is very, very important. You would have known very recently, Government of India government of Gujarat, and few, I think Intel, something like an MNC from US. They have signed, it's a strategic agreement, they call it. Government to government plus private, 2+2 dialogue, something like that. They have made an initiative. I think Gujarat has got one center. I think one more may come in Maharashtra, something like that. But we believe in Tamil Nadu, Bangalore is also second to none. They attract very high investment. So again, please, we should remember this. When you are making chip industry, it's a very, very costlier one. Again, it is connected with the climate change. It requires huge water facilities and all other things. Whether India is capable of doing all these things. There is something called rare earth materials. Again, this is also highly needed. You all know after this COVID, we faced shortages, yeah, in the electronic equipment preparation like mobiles, telecom equipments, and all these things because of we couldn't get the microchips. This is made up of certain radion, certain rare earth materials, which is not available abundantly. But fortunately, we have found out certain things in Kashmir, but utilization of all those things will take a longer time. It's a very heavy gestational period. You can't expect the results immediately. But India is good at assembling stage of the chip industries is concerned. There are several stages in the chip, like fabrication, designing. Designing, Indian engineers are known for their excellence actually. Designing, assembling, all these things we can do much better. So I think we should concentrate where our strength is concerned rather than we should maximize our strength, minimizing the weakness. This is what I believe we all should do in developing a sound, viable ecosystem, AI ecosystem is concerned. As I have addressed you long ago, data protection and AI should go together. Very delayedly, we brought the Data Protection Act in India. Again, this act is a very weak act. Let me tell you, at the very outset itself, it confers very huge discretion to the central government. The trust deficit still persists. Not only in British Raj, even today, central government doesn't trust the state governments, state government doesn't trust the local self-government, and we don't trust one another. This is the biggest problem today. But without having any legislative backup, we slowly started AI. Now, you may ask me how it is. The AI is being classified into several categories like narrow AI, weak AI, single task AI, multitasking AI, general AI, stronger AI, and super AI actually. Super AI is the ultimate aim. People believe general AI combined with super AI will replace human intelligence itself. Way back 2000 years ago, Truvalluvar says, Arivatram kakum karivi. Whatever is given birth by brain, they never die. But whatever comes out of womb, they always die. So from fragility to agility, we are moving. This is because of the AI is concerned actually. So what we are supposed to do? What are the strategies? And today people don't call it AI as a mere AI. They call it trustworthy AI, safe AI, ethical AI. Please remember, ethical AI. And Truvalluvar has made it Aram, ethical, as the first, what is it? First part. ஒழுக்கம் விழுப்பம் தரலாம், ஒழுக்கம் உயிரினும் மேம்படும் சொல்றார். அறம் அறம் வழி வந்தாதான் எல்லாமே கரெக்டா இருக்கும். So ethical AI is the focal point. Not only Europe, there is something called OECD. I will come back to that. OECD has made a significant contribution in the development of law and policies relating to AI across the globe. Across the globe, actually. Today, though we are not a member in the OECD, but all our taxation, economic legislations, we simply follow AI is concerned. Sorry, OECD regulations is concerned. OECD has made a regulation giving that 5 important principles for make the AI as a trustworthy AI. And they also suggested 5 important mechanisms to achieve. What is that? First one is inclusiveness, sustainableness, and sustainable development and well-being of all. Second one is human-centered value, including fairness. Third one is responsible trustworthiness, security, and accountability. So these are all certain 5 important principles that they should follow this. What are all the mechanisms to achieve this? Investment in strong research relating to AI, strengthening the policy mechanism, developing the necessary ecosystem, making capacity building measures, and international cooperation are the 5 important modus operandi to make a strong, viable AI ecosystem is concerned. So these are all few principles. The same principles have been adopted by the NITI Aayog. NITI Aayog has done 3 important papers. Let me come back to this, its implications on health, education, AI, all these things. They have done considerable studies. Say example, autonomous car, UAVs, drone technology, even space. Today, we employ AI in many, including Chandrayaan. AI plays a crucial role actually. So we need to regulate its usage right from Aadhaar, wherever you use the biometric recognitions, facial recognition technology, FRT. Recently, would have got something called the Criminal Identification Procedures Act. It seriously intrudes into all our privacy. Say example, there is a column called behavioral attribute. The moment a person getting arrested, his biometrics, face, everything, including biological samples, all to be collected. It's called measurements, they call it. Along that, they say behavioral attributes. So AI, there is something called Compass. It's a tool. It's an AI tool. This is used to study the recidivism. Recidivism means in Tamil, நம்ம ஊர்ல பழிவாங்குற உணர்வு இருக்கா ஒரு குற்றவாளிக்கு, ஜெயில் தண்டனை கொடுத்தவனுக்கு. அப்போ இந்த பழிவாங்குற உணர்வு இருக்கிறவனுக்கு, can we let him through parole இல்ல furlough or bail, can we send him? Now this assessment is made with the help of AI tool called Compass, correctional offender profiling management, something like this. It's a long abbreviation actually. This is a software app invented in US. It is successfully running over that. I will come back to you shortly about the administration of justice in AI. In India, currently, we are using AI only for the purpose of translation. You all know thousands of judgments have been translated into regional languages. Around, I think, around 4-6 languages, including Tamil, they have translated. They have put it in the Supreme Court. There's something called SUVAS, SUVAS, Supreme Court Vernacular, something like that. And then SUPAS. These are the 2 AI-based apps working in the Supreme Court portal is concerned. Currently in India, they don't call it AI court, they call it as e-courts, and particularly in the traffic-related issues. They are almost in Delhi, it was introduced in pilot basis. You all know there are a good number of traffic courts. Today, it has been reduced to only 1, sitting with only 1 magistrate, because AI takes care of everywhere, wherever violation takes place, along with the CCTV footage and all other things, and makes the job of the judge more easier. So what was required to be done by 10 judges or 20 judges, today, at least 4-5 judges, today it is being made just by 1 GM. In the years to come, the AI itself can predict and make it everything with certain human intervention is concerned. So this is the scenario. In US, in the bail, AI is playing a crucial. AI-based system decides, because it's a given criteria. If the rule of law is strictly applied, even in India also. Unfortunately, in India, Supreme Court acts as a bailable court. Even the appeal relating to bail goes up to the Supreme Court. Instead of deciding the constitutional cases, Supreme Court is using its large muscle power, manpower, precious time in deciding whether a bail has to be given, interim bail has to be given, interlocutory injunctions have to be given, all these things. But in the years to come, I believe all these things can be handled very effectively by the AI, because that is what introduced in the US is concerned. In US, bail matters are decided by the AI apps themselves actually, with some minimum intervention from the judge's point of view is concerned. AI is also playing a crucial role in drafting, consultation of legal, all these things. But there are certain problems. there are certain problems. AI makes an imaginative cases, though there is no such cases. There is no such citations. It has wrongly produced many things. So that has also been detected. This is called adverse impact or something like that. These implications arising out of AI or abnormal behavior of AI. This is what they call it actually. So this is being detected elsewhere. So they try to make it out. There is something called Gen AI, people call it today. This is one step further from previously. Previously, the AI used to detect, do research or observe us based on our text, conversation, all these things. But today, the Gen AI even spies your uh, telephonic conversation. It learns from our telephonic conversation, audio video processing. So this is the big difference between the ordinary chat GPT and Gen AI, what they call it. Even image processing. If you ask, draw a photo like Deepalakshmi ma'am, it immediately it will do something like that. Again, they have checked it. Now there is a problem. Google has stopped it because there is a racial bias actually. When you are asking a dark color female, it immediately produces the picture. When you are asking white skin people or light skin people, it says, sorry, it's a racial discrimination. I cannot do it. See how it has come. Because this human bias gets into the form of data. As I have told you, data is something like a food to the AI. It depends upon the quality of the data what you are feeding to the AI is concerned. So there is a lot of training needs to be done at the all stages of AI, right? From learning, collection of data, storage, processing, right? Designing, deployment, thereafter continuous monitoring, operation, then retirement stage. This is called AI life cycle is concerned. There are AI stakeholders. They are also defined in the OECD regulations. We are slowly bit and pieces we have done this. RBI is slowly working on AI regulations. In India, for the first time, sir, how much time we have? So that 15 minutes, okay. So in India, following people have successfully done certain regulations on AI. First one is Medical Council of Medical Council of India, they ICMR they call it. They have successfully brought out regulations on AI, not only AI based research, how to do things, what are all the ethical principles they follow, including medical devices, AI based medical devices. Today, because people have made certain pilot studies, it is able to screen the things, drug delivery system, cancer treatment, even cataract surgery. It makes superb, 100% perfect than the natural doctors. So this is success on the one hand. On the failures are also reported. It wrongly diagnoses. Now, this ICMR regulation gives a choice to the consumer. Please note it. This is very important. There's two choices, two solutions. One is given by the natural doctor, human doctor. Another is solution given by the AI. The consumer is given a right to choose what one is. And finally, again, there is something, a principle called HTIL, human in the loop. This is always because human should be at the center stage. So AI shall not misuse human things, including tribes, other safeguards are they have prepared in this regulations is concerned. They are defining many terminologies in the simplest manner. So whenever this is a freely downloadable document, if you type it ICMR regulations on AI, you can easily get it. That. SEBI, IRDA, they have also successfully made certain pre-regulatory stages. They have issued certain circulars. They are the first one to speak about AI officially in India is concerned. They are regulating financial products, marketing strategies, because marketing AI is used today. Many of you may not think that you cannot even imagine that you are talking with that AI is concerned. So many a time the AI may offend you. So please remember that this is a very sensitive one. Then we have this TRI has made a very significant outcome. They have made a regulations on AI. They have done a greater amount of research. The ICMR and TRI are the two important bodies. They have made extensive consultations. extensive studies, and they brought their own regulations as a sectoral based regulations is concerned. But try, though it is telecom, but they have done with media, television, data, mobile technology. There are many things. That's why it is called digital technology rather than telecom today. So convergence of all these things are taking place. Digital India mission is playing. The UPI system, you all know, it's one of the biggest program, but it is because it is government funded program. UPI is available in the nook and corner of the country because it is not patented. It is funded by the government. It was disseminated free of cost. So that is why. But people always, whenever I read, this is a big problem in India. Whatever AI documents I read in India, all the scientists, they are making the contributions. They say you should patent it, you should patent it. And strong patents they are suggesting. Something called standard essential patent, they call it. I don't believe that India should encourage such a very stronger regime patent. We should have a very moderate regime. Otherwise, we can never develop. And because we are not a mere generator, we are only gently using others what we have, right? Reverse engineering, something like that. Because we are good in service. We are not good at manufacturing relating to AI infrastructure facilities concerned. So therefore, I don't suggest stronger patent regime for AI is concerned. In India, there is one copyright case relating to AI, but I strongly support US approach on IP issues relating to AI. Human only should be given copyright, patent, whatever it is. Though AI would have done some role, but we cannot give copyright or patent, nothing. No IP rights shall be granted to AI entities because it is only a device, it is only a machine. We cannot fix the liability on the machine. Already we have the principle, something called absolute liability, strict liability. All these things there is something called labor theory, employer always, true inventor. These concepts can be existing IP concepts can be used to fix the human, and human shall be the owner and responsibility shall be given to the human. The same way credits. We cannot give credits to the AI tools or AI machines or robots, something like that, and fix the responsibility upon human being. That is not feasible. I don't support that regime is concerned. So IP, I think I have spoken. Health and agriculture. Health again, WHO. Please note it down. WHO has made a very, very comprehensive regulations on AI is concerned in the field of health. Fortunately, that has taken place under the leadership of from the son of the daughter of the soil, Tamil Nadu. Sri Samya Saminathan Madam has been the chief scientist when this document has been prepared under her leadership. We all should feel really, really proud about it. At some point of time, I had access to talk to Samya Madam, Meena Saminathan, and Saminathan sir. Unfortunately, Professor Saminathan sir also, we lost him. We pay tribute through this program. We also pray for his salvation at this moment. So that is a very ICMR has taken a very lead in drafting this WHO AI regulation is concerned. So there are many stakeholders. Slowly, international law is developing. G8 is also coming up, and there are certain UN bodies like UNESCO. Some more body I don't remember right now. There is yes, the International Telecom ITU. There are few bodies in the UN. They are also coming up with certain their own regulations. But as on date, except the EU directive, all other things are soft law. But OECD is making a very strong effort in the right direction. I believe OECD regulations will be adopted in various legislations. In India, right now we got the Data Protection Act. I believe maybe at least down the years, 2-3 years to down the line, we will have certainly a comprehensive AI Act in the near future. So this is the track of evolution of the AI jurisprudence in India. It makes effect on human rights. It makes effect on service sector. It makes refers on research and development. As I have told, from agriculture to space, from ocean to sky, everywhere AI is present. So certainly we need to have a strong regulatory mechanism to do the deal with the AI. based on the risk-based approach. If the risk is minimal, there is no need to be, it's something called deregulation. If the risk is moderate, we need to have a regulations accordingly. It should be tailor-made, case by case basis, industries by industries basis, rather than having a blanket regulations. Regulations are needed, restrictions are not needed generally, except in the high risk cases. Yes, it need to be banned actually. For example, AI and assistive technology. AI can assist persons with a disability and senior citizens. The same way AI can also cheat it. I give you one simple example how human bias gets into this. The caste-based system, black racial discrimination system. We had a pilot study, RBI has done this. There was some loan applications to be processed by AI. And after the results, we got it. Many of the people applications have been rejected. Fortunately or unfortunately, they belong to SC candidates. This is shocking. And we don't know on what basis the AI has made this. Later on, we find it that those who gone into more night trips, their loans have been refused, processed. So others have been given, thinking that economically forward can more reliable. Therefore, economic forwardness and social forwardness is always linked together. And the out result is that lot of applications rejected only to SC/ST candidates. This is a constitutional problem. So we cannot simply blame that the AI is the faulter. Who has feeded this data? It is a human being. Human bias always takes place, something like that. So something like that in the seat belt manufacturing is concerned. This is Justice Chandrachud has shared this too. When you are building or designing the seat belt, it is AI designing. Today, machine is making the machine rather than human is making the machine. Please understand that. That's the difference in AI is concerned. It never takes care of the interest of the women. Say example, when the women become pregnant, accordingly, seat belt size has to be changed. There are many features like breast and other things. Normally, human men data is fed. Women data is not adequately fed. Likewise, differently able tribes. There are many different sections of the society. So the data should be as broad as possible, as quality as possible. Depending upon, then we should try to eliminate the biases at all stages. Then only we can have a very inclusive, sustainable, durable, strong, sound, viable AI ecosystem. We hope such a day comes sooner rather than later. I thank every one of you for listening to me very patiently. Thanks for the opportunity. God bless you all. The floor is open to the questions. You may ask me anything, whatever in the legal aspect is concerned pertaining to AI. Whatever my humble wisdom permits, I would like to share it with you. You can simply switch on the mic and you can ask. Of course, moderator Deepa madam.
Faculty members, the forum is open for questions and answer session. Kindly unmute your mic and ask the questions.
Introduce yourself and ask.
Faculties, kindly introduce yourself and ask questions.
Good evening. Okay, our own colleague. How far the prices will be standard of the say this portal is there is something called NDG, National Data Grid System. Everything is getting slowly automated. We have something called paperless code, e-code. Chief Justice is very particular about it. Today, certain codes are functioning with zero paper. They try to eliminate it. They also use the AI. There is something called transcripting. A lawyer's argument is immediately transcribed. Judges' comments are also, if necessary, transcribed, so that the transparency is created. Previously, it was not there actually. I am not a technical expert, but I believe it adds resiliency and transparency in the functioning of the judiciary is concerned. But we have to go a long way in seeing that in reaping the fruits of the AI is concerned. It's a very weak AI. It's not a stronger AI performing super functions. It is just mere assisting the administration. It has nothing to do with the judicial aspect till this date is concerned. That's what my preliminary understanding. I may be wrong, I may be corrected, but this is what my understanding at this present point of time is concerned. Thank you, madam. Any other? So I believe there are two alternates only. Either I should be extremely good or extremely bad. So I leave it to your sense actually. If there is no questions, I think with the permission of the director, I think we can wind up the session because we need not to bore you unnecessarily. We believe whatever we have given it to you is informative to you. Once again, I would like to thank everyone, the administration, all others who have supported me in this journey. But please understand, I have not prepared anything to speak. It's evolution of AI jurisprudence in India. Just I'm tracking it, how it is facing challenges, and what is the way forward. I think these are the three components. I try to cover it up. I think I tried to balance it, whatever legal mechanisms and policies are available in India and across the world also certain important things I have covered up. Whatever documents I have told you, please you go and download and read it on your own. But before I wind up, I think I need to tell you, maybe Deepa madam, so please try to send it to them. Certain videos I have posted in Legal Breeze. It's a YouTube channel. It is done by me and with certain help of certain students across this country, Legal Breeze. We have put certain videos on AI. Please, you may use it, including administration of AI in the Indian judicial system. We have given it to you. YECD principles, we have given it to you. SEBI regulations, we have given it to you. The years to come, we will give you more videos. Thank you all. Once again, that's it from my side.